Yes, okay, then I'll continue. See, last class we were talking about a new theory that was valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, also called as VSEPR theory. Okay, valence shell, V for valence, shell electron pair repulsion theory. So I'll just to revise what you studied in the last class. So if you can recall, in the valence shell repulsion theory, I told you this theory came forward because the Lewis structure, okay, using that Lewis structure, we could not get the shape of any of the molecule. The shape could not be explained. So that was the reason why explaining the shape was done by this particular theory. Okay, and you have seen the postulate of this theory. So in this, the first postulate I told you is that they are saying that the shape of the molecules which is there, the shape of the molecule depends on the number of electron pair around the central atom. That is number of valence shell electron pair around the central atom. Okay, so shape will depend based on that. Like I gave you example also. For example, in the case of beryllium, if you are taking which has atomic number 4, and when you write the electronic configuration, you get to know that outermost shell has only 2 electrons. So if they are having 2 electrons, that means the number of bond which can they can form is 2. The number of bond formed by them will be 2. So if 2 bonds are there, okay, the shape could be like this. Okay, beryllium will come in the center, and then to which they are linking to form that bond. Let me take that as X. So in that case, the shape could be in this way. Okay, so linear shape you will get. But if you have now boron which has 5 atomic number, and then when you write the electronic configuration, you get 1s2 2p1. So see how many electrons are there in their outermost shell. So valence shell are having 3 electrons in their outermost shell. 3 electron means the number of bond they can form is 3. 3 bonds can be formed between the boron and the element which they are combining with. Okay, so if I take boron in the center, 3 bonds they can form. No, so I will take that as X, X, and then X. Okay, whichever element they are combining with. So here you see the shape changes. So the shape totally depends on how many electrons are present in their outermost shell. So more the number of electrons, the geometrical shape what we can get will be different. Okay, so that was the first postulate. And the next postulate, they say that this pair of electrons in the valence shell are there. No, whatever electrons we saw now for beryllium case, 2 electron pairs we saw when they are combining. So these electrons pairs, since they are electron, they are negatively charged, and negatively charged species can repel each other. Okay, so pair of electrons in the valence shell repel one another. Why they repel one another? Because these electrons by nature they are negatively charged, and when you get any like charges together, like charges will repel each other because they can't go well along with each other. Okay, because of their same charges. So negative charges are there in these valence electrons, so they repel one another. Okay, so that was the next postulate. And then when they are repelling one another, then how should we keep them? Okay, that was the next postulate which they said. So I said the second postulate was the third one which is given is linked to the second one. So here when the electrons are negatively charged, how should you place them? You should place them in such a way that they are at maximum distance, okay, and minimum repulsion from one another. Okay, like in a case of magnet also, when you get two like poles, they cannot be put together because the same type of poles, if you're going to get them together, okay, then they can't get along with each other. So then you should be keeping them at a maximum distance. So here also electron pairs, how will they occupy themselves when they form a molecule? Since all these are electrons only, okay, they should occupy such a position that there is a maximum distance from them and there is a minimum repulsion from each other. Okay, so they occupy such position in space that minimizes the repulsion and maximizes the distance between them. Okay, so that was the next postulate. Like I gave you example also, if two people doesn't like each other, then we should not put them in the same place. Okay, so what we should do is keep them in such a way that they are not like, they should not be able to fight with each other. So put them in the extreme position. So that was third one. Now next one is, since our atoms are spherical in shape, so valence shell is also taken as a sphere. Okay, atom is spherical in shape, so valence shell is a like a sphere. So in this sphere only, when they are forming the molecule, these electron pair has to adjust themselves. Okay, in this region of space, how will they adjust themselves when they are not like they can't get along with each other? So these electron pairs, you have seen that they don't get along with each other. So in this sphere only, they should adjust themselves in such a way that there is maximum distance and minimum repulsion from each other. So if you are talking about now boron which forms 3 bond with the atom, another atom, then you place this 3 electron pairs in the extreme position from each other like this. In this sphere, okay, it's a 3-dimensional sphere, okay, it's not a 2-dimensional sphere because we are talking about the space here. So valence shell is like a sphere. Sphere means it's 3-dimensional. No, it's not on the plane. It's not a circle. Sphere. Okay. So in this sphere itself, how will they arrange themselves? These electron pairs will arrange themselves in such a way that there is maximum distance from one another. Okay. That was the 4th postulate. And then if there is a multiple bond present, like if there is double bond or if there is triple bond present, then all these bonds are taken as a single electron pair. Okay, these are taken as single electron pair. So if there is multiple bond present between the 2 atoms, these we are going to treat them as a single electron pair. Why they said like that is because if you are having the electrons which are paired between each other, like if I'm taking A and B molecule and if these electrons are bonded with each other, okay, so these electrons will be present between the nuclei of the 2 atoms. So they won't affect the change much. So how much ever bonds are present, whether they are double bond or they are triple bond, so we just put them as multiple bonds. They don't influence the shape of the molecule much, so they can be treated as a single electron pair. And the next one, the 6th one postulate which is there, that depends on the molecule. Okay, in the molecule when you are writing, like I gave you example also in the last class, but still now a revision once again. So if this is a molecule and if there is electron pair also present, okay, like this, these electrons which are not shared, and you know in the central atom they can have 2 types of electron pair. Either they can have a lone pair of electron or you will find them they are having a bond pair of electron. Bond pair are these electrons which are not are not free, okay, which are bonded to each other. So here the electrons which are held between A and B, that electrons are called as bond pair of electron, and here the one which are not involved in the bonding, they are called as lone pair of electrons. So here between A and B, this bond is there, no? This is a bonded pair. And here these electrons which are there, which are not involved in the bonding, they are lone pair of electron. So lone pair are left free. Okay, bond pair are held with each other. So if these electrons are held with each other, this will be attracted by A as well as attracted by the B. So they will not be that free that they can cause much repulsion. Who can cause much repulsion? That will be the one, the who are left free, that is lone pair of electron. Okay, so repulsive interaction, if you have to see over here between the electron pairs, okay, so there you will find that if 2 lone pairs are there, no, they will cause more trouble because they are left free. Okay, so 2 lone pair of electrons, if they are present, they will be causing the maximum repulsion, and compared to this, if 1 lone pair and 1 bond pair is there, that will be causing us less repulsion, whereas bond pair and bond pair will be causing very less repulsion. Okay, so the order decreases in this way, decreasing order. First is this is the highest one, lone pair and lone pair is the highest one, and bond pair is the least one, which can cause repulsion. Okay, so here these are held with each other, so they don't cause much trouble. The one who are left free, they will be causing more trouble. Okay, so repulsive interaction decreases in this order: lone pair, lone pair, lone pair, bond pair, and then bond pair and bond pair. Okay, so based on this postulate what they gave, then they have even told us about the shape. Okay, one shape I had already discussed last time. So your molecules we are going to discuss which doesn't have a lone pair of electron. Okay, they are just having a bond pair. So we are going to discuss only the one which are having bond pair first. Then later we will go for the central atom which has a lone pair of electrons. Central atom, you remember, the one which is present alone, no, they are the central atom. Okay, so number of electron pair, if there are 2 electron pair present. Okay, so center atom is A, and then 2 bond pair. Okay, electron pair, when I am telling here, we are talking about bond pair of electrons which are held with each other. Okay, These are bonded with the central atom. So here one bond is here. Okay, make them, remember the postulate says that when you are having electron pair, arrange them in such a way that there is maximum distance and minimum repulsion from each other. So the maximum distance what we can keep between two of them, because only two of them are there. So what is the maximum angle which we can keep between them is only 180 degree. This is one is the possible way which we can keep. Okay, so angle between them will be found as 180 degree. This is AB2 type of molecule. Okay, AB2 type of molecule where the number of bond formed between A and B is 2. Means A has combined with 2B atom. So 2 bond pair, there is no lone pair of electron. So if it is straight line, in maths, when you have a straight line, you call them as linear, no? So geometry is linear. Okay, so here in this case, the geometrical shape, if they ask you, what is the geometrical shape for AB2 type of molecule? Okay, where 2 bond pair is there, then the shape is linear. The geometry is linear. Okay, example for this type of molecule, wherever they are having 2 electrons, no students, outermost electron for the central atom is 2, you can write those example. Okay, like we have beryllium which has 2 electrons. So BeCl2, even HgCl2. Okay, BeF2, you can take any halogen atom. I have taken here Cl2, even you can take F2 also. Okay, BeF2 can also be the example. Okay, so these are the example for the first type. Central atom, okay, which doesn't have a lone pair, 2 bond pairs are present. Okay, so this is the geometry which is possible. Linear is the geometry. You can arrange this in any fashion. Okay, it can be like this, in any angle. Means straight, horizontal. But you will get only this. Possible geometry is only this. Linear only you will be able to get. Okay, next one, if there are three bond pair, A and then B3 I am taking. Okay, this type of molecule where you find one central atom but they are linked with 3 different atoms. Okay, 3 are the electron pair, means 3 bond pairs are present. Then what is a possible way we can arrange them? So you take central atom in the center itself. Okay, A I am placing in the center. So this B can arrange themselves in this fashion. Okay, maximum distance in this particular way. So one B is here and this side. Okay, and the angle between them will be, say it's like a triangle, no? So in the triangle, what is the angle between each bond here? What do you think will be the angle? Total is 360 degree. So like that there are 3, no? 1, 2, 3. So can you tell me what will be the angle between this AB and this AB? When you take a triangle, what is the minimum angle you will be able to get between this AB? See here, I am telling through total is 360 degree because they are in the plane itself. Okay, in the plane, these 3 bonds are arranged themselves in the plane. So what will be the angle possible between these? Think and tell me a little. Yes, 120 degree. See, if I take total, I am telling you 360 degree, correct? No? So between this AB and AB, what is the angle was my question. So it will be around 120 degree, possible. 120 degree. Okay, so here it is 120, 120 and 120. Total altogether it will be 360. Now example for these molecules are BCl3. BCl3 can be example. BF3 can be example. Okay, 3 electrons are present in their outermost shell. So these are the possible examples.